What's up guys, I'm randomfrankp. Today we're going to be reviewing the HyperX Cloud Mix gaming headset, a hybrid of a wired and also a wireless headset with built-in Bluetooth. So we're going to go over it all for you guys today, pros and cons, in case you're interested in picking this up. Now, as a tech YouTuber, it is 100% my job to be as unbiased as possible during these reviews. But honestly, over the past few years, it's really no secret that HyperX has just been putting out absolutely great headsets for their price. From the Cloud headset, the Cloud 2, the Cloud Alpha, they just have really great headsets that I've always really enjoyed. So will this one follow that tradition? Let's find out. Now first up, getting it out of the box, for my first impression, as you can see right away, it does follow that same exact design language as previous HyperX Cloud series headsets. I think it looks nice and minimal, but I'm also really digging the all matte black finish it has going on. It looks just really simple and stealthy. Other than the HyperX logo it has on each of the ear cups, there's really nothing else really popping out at you, which is definitely a good thing. And inside the box, they include all the cables you're going to need, including the carrying case, you have a USB charging cable, the PC extension breakout cable, and the 3.5mm cable that's going to let you plug into something like your Xbox, your PS4 controller, which also has inline controls. Now, as for the functionality and all the buttons and stuff like that, they're located on the bottom of the ear cups. And on the left side here, you have your Bluetooth kind of multi-function, which is going to let you, skip songs, take calls, pause music, and all that good stuff. So when you're in Bluetooth mode, it's going to be like your main button for that. Underneath that is support for plugging in the 3.5mm headphone jack. Then you also have the input plug for the detachable microphone. On the bottom of the right ear cup is your up and down volume button, your on and off button, and then the charging port. So pretty easy stuff there and all easily accessible with just having everything located at the bottom of the ear cups. Now, since I have them on, we're going to talk comfort. And another thing that popped out to me right away when I first picked these out of the box was just how lightweight they are. It is remarkable how lightweight it is, which is great because when it's on your head, it's not gonna feel like, it's like weighing you down or anything. Extremely comfortable, which is always, obviously an important thing when you're judging and reviewing headphones, or headsets in this case. And that's also due in part to the ear cups here. The ear pads here are extremely cushiony. They're this pleather material, and I believe it does have memory foam inside. I know their previous headsets did, and these feel very identical to that. And then for the top of the headband, I definitely say there's a decent amount of cushioning there as well. But again, since they are so lightweight, there's definitely, I'd say, a sufficient amount of padding here. Some other things before we move on, they do extend to fit larger heads, as you can see, and very flexible, which is always good. And the ear cups rotate around 45 degrees on the headband yoke, just so it gets that perfect fit when it's on your head. Now, moving on, like I showed before, the removable microphone. This plugs right into the bottom of the left ear cup. Very flexible. It's one of those gooseneck mics. You can bend it and flex it around to be in front of your mouth, or just push it away. I'll do a mic test now so you can hear how it sounds. Alright, so this is the mic test for the HyperX Cloud Mix, all raw, unedited audio, obviously, plugged into my PC via the front panel jacks, and I've heard it, I think it sounds pretty good. It's not like extremely tinny and stuff, like a lot of headsets sound, so definitely doable, definitely a pretty decent mic, I'd say. Alright, then also just give you a mic test for how it sounds over Bluetooth hooked up to my PC. Again, just to give you an idea of how this sounds if you're going to be using this with your PC and stuff like that. Still usable, not the best though, but again, probably more suited for the wired mic connection. So let me know what you guys think about the mic test down below. But one thing I want to point out that I didn't properly portray, I guess I could say, in the Bluetooth mic test here was that wasn't even from the detachable mic. Built in on the bottom of the front side of the left ear cup is inline microphone here, so that's what that mic was coming from. So whether it is Bluetooth over your PC or over something like your smartphone, the mic is coming right from here, and that's what you heard. Alright, so now let's talk about the sound quality and how it works with wired versus wireless with Bluetooth. Obviously, when you're using this wired and use the cables they provide, PS4 and newer Xbox One controllers already have the 3.5mm jack on the bottom of the controller, so you can plug it in, and then with the inline controls there, that's what you're going to use to, have all your volume control, mute your mic, all that with the inline controls. So using this wired, I played a lot of Red Dead Redemption recently, been hooked on that, and that is a very obviously wide open, expansive world where you're out in, the desert, or in some parts where you're in forests and stuff. It sounds really great. Lots of ambient noise going on, which is always a good thing when you're judging headsets or headphones. And one thing I could say about HyperX headsets is it's never just a flat, neutral sound signature. It's always kind of more fun, which is going to give it more life, a little bit on the warmer side, which I always do prefer. So in this case with Red Dead, where you're in this open world, or even switching switching over to when I was playing Spider-Man with this on the PS4, they're gonna sound more alive. For directional audio, you're gonna have no problem, pinpointing where certain things are coming from. Vocals, everything is nice and crisp. Honestly, no complaints on my end. Now for me, I do use an open pair of headphones for all of my gaming. So going to a closed back headset like this, I did notice that it wasn't as a wide of a soundstage as what I'm used to. But again, I'm just used to that open soundstage with open back headphones. Not a big deal. I'm sure 99% of the people out there who don't use open back headphones are gonna notice a big difference with this. Just not as wide as I'm used to, but for you guys, it should be fine. Now we're gonna talk about the Bluetooth connectivity. Obviously with Bluetooth, you compare it to your phone and stuff like that, or a tablet if you wanna listen to music or game on there. But one thing I noticed is you can also use this with your PC or your laptop if it has built-in Bluetooth. My motherboard does not have built-in Bluetooth, but I do have a Bluetooth adapter, so I plugged that in and it paired right away with no issues. Haven't heard or seen anybody talking about that, but it is possible. But do keep in mind, even though PS4 does have more support with wireless headsets, you cannot use this wireless with the PS4, only wired. So hooking up to my PC, listen to some music. It's not really the best for music, like I said, since it is more of a fun sound signature, that it's gonna favor more games and stuff like that. I played some Overwatch, some PUBG. Since I was gaming over Bluetooth, I did notice a slight bit of, not distortion, but it just definitely wasn't as crisp as it was over wired. But that's gonna be pretty common with Bluetooth audio quality versus wired. You can't beat wired. Is it an issue? No, because again, this is really made to use over Bluetooth with your phone or a tablet. So now for the part that everybody cares about, the wrap up and the recommendation. These retail for $200, which is definitely kind of steep, considering it's mainly a wired headset, but it could also be used, wireless with Bluetooth. So it's kind of like one of their advantages for the selling point, but that's still a lot of money. I feel like $150 would have been a perfectly fine sweet spot for this. But again, it's HyperX. They always find a way of just nailing the execution of their gaming headsets. They sound great. The mic is pretty good. I really don't have any issues with this. It's been a great experience gaming across, like I said, Red Dead, Spider-Man, PUBG, Overwatch, playing a ton of different games. Everything sounds fantastic. Not the best for music, but again, if you're gonna be listening to music primarily, get yourself a pair of headphones, not a wireless headset. The only kind of con I would kind of mention is when I was using this wired, I still just wanted to, reach to the back of the ear cups and use those buttons for the controls, because I would just forget that I had the inline controls on the wired. Not a big deal. I just wish when this was plugged in, you could still have access to those buttons on the back. Battery life is also a good thing that I didn't talk about. They have them rated at 20 hours over Bluetooth. I found it was kind of more around 15 on average, I'd say, from my testing, which is still pretty damn good for a wireless headset. 15 hours, so you get good battery life, good sound quality, good mic, and a good looking headset overall, nice and discreet, very comfortable, all for $200. So yes, they get my recommendation. I just wish they were cheaper, but I mean, who doesn't wish things were cheaper? That's life. So that'll wrap it up for my review of the HyperX Cloud Mix gaming headset. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give this video a thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at randomfrankp. And lastly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Well, I'm Random Frank P. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.